Are we live? Oh. Hello and welcome to Acadia University. My name is Dylan Alec. Thank you for joining us for the Canadian Rugby Championships, the Under 19 National Championships here in Canada. We are just about to get set here with Rugby Quebec and the BC Bears. Laura Flyder in the middle. Product of the Acadia University rugby program gets us underway. Nice kick there, and BC takes it on. Nice tackle there by number 5. That's Osa Erica. Oh, big shot there from the number 8. That's Hase Sierra, the U20 Canada International. And it is a forward pass there early against the BC Bears. And we'll get our first scrum of the game here, and a really good position here for the Quebec backline. They will have an interesting setup here. 2 players there right behind the scrum, 2 on the right, 2 on the left as well. So a split backfield could go any way, really stretching the backs there of BC. And what can Quebec do here inside the opening minutes? A good scrum for them. And it will be picked there.
Yep. It's just a bit low. Yep.
And Quebec rolling there on that far side. And just keeping the ball nice and tight here. Once again, it's Erica Osei. Takes that one in, and now Quebec's going to move it out to the backs. Good steal attempt there, but cleared out. It was the flanker there, Sophia Julian, looking for the poach. And some good early phases here by Quebec. Oh, nice take there, but chopped down in the tackle. And they do finally get the steal there. BC was looking for that jackal on the last few phases, and they finally get it. Good opening phases by Quebec, but some great defense there by BC. And they survived the early scare and get the penalty just outside their 22. They will tap and go, see what they can do here. Oh my goodness, they cannot bring her down. Ton of meters picked up there. And moving it to that left side is BC. Down the sidelines now, it's the 15, that's Gwen King. Picking up some big meters there. Quebec looks to jackal, but that ball's cleared by BC. Nice little tip pass. Nice line there by the number 5. That is Kirianne Healy. Picking up some more meters for BC, who on their first possession here, they are rolling, but a little fumble there. Flyder does say it goes backwards though. Now they'll come to the near side. Nice take there. Once again, it's Julian. Julian drives ahead, finally gets to the ground. Oh, nice line there. And it's the number 10, Macy Kitt from Calgary, who's really stringing things together here. Doing some nice job getting that ball moved out to the wing. And BC early using the full width of the pitch. And picking up some good meters, but looks like that one has been turned over, and it has. And what can Quebec do now inside their own half? They can't link that one up. BC kick and chase. It was the 13 Vela Baravian. Sorry. And as always, if I'm butchering these names, say it in the comments so I can put a stop to that real quick. So we're going to get our first line out of the game here. It's going to be a Quebec throw, but deep in their own half. And you'd have to imagine they'll be looking to clear their lines here, but a good opportunity here from BC if they can get a steal. We're still looking for our first points in this one. And a nice take there by Quebec, who choose to maul, but not really getting anywhere so far. They're getting pushed back, and they'll need to use it here. They do get it out. Nice little jump step there.
Yep. Should be unmuted.
Yeah, and we will get a penalty there for the offside, as the BC player wasn't able to get out of the way of that pass from the 9 for Quebec. That is Nika Goudreau.
No, for the auto settings. Yeah, no, you need to change it. Yeah,
And kicked into touch by Quebec.
Oh, you actually flicked like onto the auto setting on the top. Okay.
And they will get another line out here. Yeah, we'll be interested to see what they choose to do from here. Wasn't the most successful of mauls last time out, but let's see if they go back to it.
Exposure compensation.
The throw to come from Lydia Galeazzo. Yeah, another good line out there for Quebec. Thought about the pass, but Goudreau decides to hold on to that one. Doesn't risk the intercept pass, and Quebec will hold on to it. Now they're going to pick and go with their scrum half at the bottom of that ruck. Pick up some good meters here. Can they secure that ball? Yes, they can. And now a long pass. Quebec's going to look to move it. Nice tackle there. That is Emily Brett putting a stop to that. Some good half. But very good tackling here by BC early. They've easily gotten into the double digits already, and we're only a few minutes into this game. Oh, nice run there. It was the 15, Gwen King. She gets a nice offload off, and looking like we're inside the 22, but unfortunately they just cannot hold on. But Gwen King already with a couple of big carries here in this one, and yeah, certainly something that Rugby Quebec is going to have to keep an eye on as the ball gets to inside of that 15-meter channel on either side. And so from the knock-on, she will come into the back line. And here's the put in from Quebec. They get a nice drive and move in from Quebec. They get a nice drive and move that ball out. We're just inside the 10-minute mark here in this one. It's games of 2 30-minute halves, and once again, another big run there by Quebec. This time it's going to be Sierra Hasse. Rugby 101 there. Good line speed, big chop tackle, and a great steal. One into touch. Yeah, and I've mentioned it a couple times already, but the line speed from BC has just been, man, they are giving Quebec no room to breathe and really pushing them back. Quebec's been able to get a few good runs, but yeah, it looks to be another knock-on for BC, and Yeah, things certainly going differently on either side of the ball for the Bears. But they've been able. And the put into opponent player's head.
Blue scrum. Yep. Knocked down by White. We're gonna have a blue scrum here. Knocked down by White. Here's your mark.
And about 1/4 of the way through here on our first game on today's schedule. The early one here, and looking to get us back underway. It will be a scrum here from the British Columbia Bears, just about at halfway. They have their backs all on that right side. And yeah, the scrums at different points have gone either way. Quebec's looked a little bit better on the defensive scrums here. And another good scrum here from Quebec. BC does a good job holding them back, but can't really gain anything there. Aaron pass there and just smacked down the field there by Baravian. And now Quebec, what can they do in open play? Spotting the gap there. Oh, nice little offload. Oh, some beautiful step in there by way of Labrie. Picks up some meters. Yeah, and once again, killing the ball there. And that penalty going against Brett. Yeah, and would have to imagine Baravian's going to go to the corner here. Does just that, and we're going to get a line out here. And yeah, certainly the most dangerous position that we've seen Quebec in here today. And a hand in the line out there coming from BC. And just holding on to it is Quebec. There was some hands on the ball there from BC, but not able to survive the contact. Some good field position here for Quebec, but that line speed from BC still so good. The tackling has been really good from them thus far. Nice little offload there. A nice cover tackle there from the Bears. Quebec going to look to come back the other way now. Osei picking up some more meters there. And Quebec certainly stringing together a nice possession here. Nice offload there. And they're deep inside the 22 here, but a steal from BC by way of their scrum half. That was Perry. And imagine we'll see BC look to exit here. Taking some carries here. Oh, and that ball's out. Is it stolen? Yes, it is. But we will get a penalty, and it's, I believe, playing the ball on the ground. A tough one there, and BC just able to escape that one as The ball comes out and nearly turned over inside their own 22. And an interesting decision here as BC will take the scrum option. Yeah, I was really expecting them to kick to touch, but yeah, lineouts haven't looked the best today for them, so they'll opt for the scrum instead. And we've seen some good shoves here from Quebec on the defensive side, and what a time it would be now for a turnover here off the scrum. And I believe we're getting an early push there. BC looks to go quick, but they were not at the mark. And just a quick tap there from BC. Oh, big storming run there from Dobson from Abbotsford RFC in BC. Some nice ball movement there by BC. They pick up some more meters. Now they're going to rewind. It's a nice offload there. BC can't hold on, but it goes backwards, and they will hold on. Not able to pull in that offload attempt. It's a pick off the back of the scrum there by way of the captain, Hasse, who scored the opening try for Canada against Wales in the recent under-20 matchup between those two countries over in Britain. A nice offload to the wing and some hot stepping by way of Labrie. She's taken down there. On a little gap in the line there, it was stripped. Losing the ball was Gauthier, but no turnover there. Not deemed a knock-on. Oh, and it was knocked on and then kicked through and brought down there off the ball. Yeah, it's as clear-cut a penalty as you're ever going to see. BC look to quick tap again. Nice tackle there by Quebec. And BC now looks to the boot, finding some space there. The good chase, 3 defenders right on her, looking for the steal. Good clear out there. Still under pressure is Quebec. They'll have to use it here. Oh, and just holding on there is Gauthier. Really looking to lead the line here for Quebec here in this opening half. still scoreless here in the first half as Rugby Quebec faces off against the BC Bears in game 1 of this Saturday of the Canadian Rugby Championships. And another kick there returned. That was the number 13, Nield, who is looks to be the choice kicker for Quebec. Line break here. Great run here, and once again, it's going to be King. And that one into touch. I believe we're going to have a Quebec lineout. Nice line out there from Quebec. They've looked pretty good on that set piece so far today. Hasse once again brings it up. Quebec gonna keep flowing to that right side. Oh, nice jackal attempt there, but can't keep the hands on. Quebec will keep moving. Once again looking for the jackal attempt. BC really trying to get that one. And I believe we're going to come back for, I think, an offside. We'll see what Flighter signals. Indeed, it is an offside. And in the center of the pitch, so, I mean, not the easiest of kicks to touch. If it was a little closer, you'd have to think that would be the go-to, as they've been pretty good in the lineup, but instead they'll quick tap and just run it up. And unfortunately, not the right decision there, as it's immediately turned over. And as I said, BC were really looking for that turnover. They will get it. And so far, the Bears have been really liking that quick tap. But they will opt to kick this time around. We're going to have a couple substitutions here for Quebec in the front row, I believe. Coming in now, it's going to be Riley Otier and Lawrence Nicole. BC just puts that one into touch by way of Macy Kitt, the vice captain for this Bears squad. And yeah, BC struggled thus far at the lineout. This would certainly be a good time to finally get it all hooked up together. And not quite able to do that. I believe the call there is closing down the gap. Might have been a not straight throw. Not the. Yeah, it is a not straight. I believe we're gonna get a scrum here. The scrum option chosen by Quebec. Or maybe not. No, it will be a lineout. A good job by Quebec there to retain possession. They will look to clear. And that one stays in bounds. Nice chase down there. Yeah, and we'll get a stoppage, and I believe that's just going to be a penalty for a high tackle. We'll have to see what happens here.
wasn't directly to the head. It was mitigated. It was chest first, then head, but that is going to be a yellow card, okay? Too high of a tackle, alright?
And it is going to be a yellow card for the high tackle. Perhaps unsurprising, as soon as that tackle was made, the BC sideline, who are just to my left, were looking for it. And, yep, high tackle, contact to the head with a pretty high degree of force, and, yeah, that is the standard nowadays for a yellow card. And I don't think there'll be too much time left here in this first half. We'll see how much we play. I imagine this might be the last play. But yeah, for the next few minutes, we are going to have a numbers advantage here for BC. And right away, leading the charge is Dobson. And the nice pull pass there. Oh, big tackle there. Hannah Kennedy picking up some big meters there. Nice strong carry and kept the legs driving after contact. Oh, and a chip and chase from the number 7. You don't see that too often from Sophia Julian. But perhaps not the best of plays, as it's retained by Quebec, but they do get the tackle. It goes out of bounds, but yeah, pretty wasteful kick there from BC, as the ball going into touch will bring a close to the opening half here in Game 1 on Saturday at the Canadian Rugby Championships. It is a scoreless opening half between Rugby Quebec and the British Columbia Bears. Just before we throw it off for some halftime interviews, want to give a quick shout out to the Atlantic Privateers, who are supporting Rugby Nova Scotia and the CRCs this year. And yeah, we're going to throw it aside and check out a couple of interviews with some players from either side.
Sounds good. Thank you. Good game management. I did not know that. Yeah. Thanks, Justin.
Ahead of Saturday of the Canadian Rugby Championships. Allison, just as you're getting prepped for your game today, we got some questions for you. How's your preparation for the round robin event differed from other types of tournaments you played in?
Pour le tournoi de cette semaine, on s'est préparé beaucoup d'avance. Ça a été des pratiques. On a commencé en janvier à pratiquer, puis après ça, on a fait notre équipe là, tout ensemble. On s'est préparé pour la semaine. On est arrivé ici, on a fait quelques pratiques, puis là, on est prêt.
And for those who speak English, said starting back in January, they've been practicing all together for a long time. Yeah, and so what are the key strategies for your team this year?
Notre stratégie, c'est beaucoup de se faire confiance, je pense. Là, on a beaucoup de jeunes joueuses qui c'est leur première année cette année. Fait qu'on a décidé de créer un bon lien en équipe pour se faire confiance sur le jeu puis essayer des nouveaux trucs qu'on n'a jamais fait ou que certaines n'ont jamais essayé avant.
Yeah, and how do you balance your own performance and, that of trying to work inside the team in a tournament like this?
C'est sûr qu'on essaie de se coucher tôt, de bien manger, d'avoir une bonne routine, puis surtout de passer beaucoup de temps en équipe pour justement créer un bon lien, puis avoir autant du fun que d'aller chercher des belles performances, puis essayer de gagner le plus de games possible.
Mm-hmm. And so many games in a short period of time. How do you guys approach that as opposed to a regular season?
C'est sûr qu'on a beaucoup de temps de repos. On essaie de faire des étirements, de la mobilité pour travailler notre corps, essayer de rester le plus en forme possible, essayer de bouger, aller faire des activités, marcher, pas juste on fait notre game puis après ça on va se coucher. On essaie de rester actif pour garder notre énergie puis avoir un bon momentum pour nos games.
Parfait. Merci Alison, and thank you guys for tuning in, and catch some great rugby action after this.
And welcome back to Maritime Athletic Profiles. I'm here with Piper with the BC Bears. And Piper, I'm just curious, how's your preparation for this round robin differed from other tournaments that you've been playing?
This tournament has been very different for me because we know specifically some of the players on each team because we play with them against at higher levels like Ken West, Ken East. So it's the preparation has been specifically like watching those players that we know are very strong. So it's like, oh, watch out for this 10, watch out for this prop, because like I come into other tournaments we don't really know, we're just blindly going in, but this tournament we are studying like each team and what we gotta like adjust.
Okay, so you're actually taking note of
Yes.
the plays made and everything. And how do you handle the physical and mental demands of playing multiple matches in one week?
Staying out of the sun, especially here because it's very, very warm, and lots of downtime too, and staying together as a team, like not just like going and hiding in your rooms. We do a lot of team bonding. Our team has especially been like just playing cards in like the games and stuff, and just kind of taking your mind off of the game, but also staying together as a team to be bonded.
Okay, so I guess that kind of leads into the next question, like how do you guys stay motivated and focused throughout such a demanding week? And I guess it would come down to a lot of that.
We have done some like video sessions with our team and our coaches to jot notes on like our past games and our up next games to get ourselves like mentally clicked in, and then we can go and study that by ourselves once we're back at our dorms. And sorry, what was the question again?
Oh, sorry. Basically, how does your team stay motivated and focused in such a demanding schedule, like the whole week? And how do you guys stay together and focused on acting as a team, as a functioning as one?
We have been like asked by our coaches to watch the games of our opposing teams, but like we watched this team play against, I think it was Ontario, just to jot some notes, and but that's not very physical demanding. We didn't walk down here to watch it. We just watched on our iPads and we just studied. So we're clicked in, but we're also resting.
Okay. And what adjustments maybe has your coaching staff made based on your team's performance so far?
We have done some adjusting on like physically or specifically defense. Working on our defense, we've done more like classroom sessions we've done where we can see it on the boards and stuff instead of just like blabbing in our ears in one ear and out the other. We can actually jot it down, and that's helped us, I think, quite a bit.
Okay, and I'm just curious, I've been asking all the players just because everybody's from out of town, and I'm just curious, do you find the weather here affects your game play compared to where you're used to playing?
Well, we're on the other coast, so we're still on the ocean, so we're kind of used to like the humidity and like damp air, but it is definitely like affecting a play, obviously. Very, very hot, but it's not.
And we are back now for the second half here as Rugby Quebec and the BC Bears face off at the 2024 CRCs here live from Acadia University in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. And scoreless first half. Pretty surprising. Both teams had some good looks, but just weren't able to get into that try zone. And Quebec looking to be a little bit on their heels here early. Some good support there by Quebec, as looking to poach that one was Kieran Healy, but can't get her hands on that one. And just looking to run this one outside of their own 22. Quebec looks to move it through the hands now. It was Hasse making some meters there. Now another kick, finding some open grass there. Nice job there, moving the ball off the ground. That was the 14 Dixon. Doing a good job to change the point of attack, but will be a turnover on the forward pass there. But yeah, a really nice recovery there by way of Jamie Dixon, who had to run back and quickly made the pass. It was well taken by the 10 Kit, but unfortunately a forward pass there will swing the ball back to Rugby Quebec.
Yes, okay. I'm going to have to ask you to drop as well. Yep. Drop. Call it. Come up for a sec. Just time off. Is this an experience here? Like, is this new front row? Ready? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. In terms of safety, like how has she had experience? What's I did it one time. Okay. Nathan, what would be the call on that? Front row that's never played.
And if you're just joining us now, there was a yellow card for a high tackle very late in the first half. So it is Rugby Quebec playing down. They're going to have, I believe, one less in the scrum.
Okay, yeah, you can just drop a flank. Okay, sure. Yeah, just match. Thanks.
And so far today, the initial push, once the ball is put in, has really played a huge part in the outcome of the scrum. So it'll be interesting to see here, particularly with the extra player. Certainly not a bad way to kill some time off that yellow card here for Quebec. Gonna have to reset again.
One of your flanks has to be matched. Sorry, I thought someone went to. No, you have to have, if for scrum safety, it has to be the same number. No. Sorry, I thought you asked that. Thanks, love it. Get in there. You got this. No, it's fine. I'll call it. Let's go. Okay. The 8s do have to drop. The flanks stay. On both sides, okay? Both sides. So, amen. Everything has to match. No 8s. Okay. We're good. Okay, thanks, everyone. Walk in. Let's go. I'm to the side. Come on. Thank you. Thanks, Nathan. Hold on.
And actually, I believe BC's being forced to match here on the scrum, so won't have the advantage. And yeah, Quebec loading up that right side with the back line. But yeah, huge push here from BC. Yeah, and classic scrum penalty there. Just a huge drive, and they take it quick. Can't connect on the offload, but they are going to get it out wide with Dixon. Looks for support, and she will find it. Oh, and it's going to be Gwen King by way of the Castaway Wanderers. Another strong carry there by Dobson. It's looked dangerous every time she's touched the ball thus far. Another strong carry there. This time it's Hannah Kennedy picking up some good meters. And they're going to keep flowing to that left side. Dobson. Big shot there. Now Kit to King. Nice cover tackle there by Quebec. Oh, and it's stolen. Quebec going to come down the other way, needing some support. Look at her go. Number 6, can she go all the way? Gauthier. taken into touch. Big long run there.
She's exhausted. That was a great tackle.
And talk about a try-saving tackle on that one. Looked like she was gone, but what a play there by Ocean Gauthier to completely flip the field. And tough for them, can't quite get there, but certainly not the worst case scenario to force BC to take a line out here very close to their own try line, particularly when they've been having some issues, and they're going to have to figure this one out because a not straight throw here would be a problem. And now BC will look to clear their lines and can't get a good throw there. It's turned over, and Quebec have it now in a really dangerous spot. They're going to look to pick and go and drive towards that try line, looking for the first points in this one here. Can Rugby Quebec finally break the stalemate? They're going to keep it in with the forwards. Just pick and go, but it looked like we might have a stop there, but just some nice slow, patient ball there by Quebec. And they just keep moving that one towards the sticks. Can BC hold their lines? Can Rugby Quebec finally break through? Quebec's going to move it to the backs now. It's the 10, the Beige Tremblay, but a nice cover tackle. They're going to keep going left. Running it up now, it's the 12. That is Paquette Kelly. They're going to pick and go once again. Rugby Quebec putting together a lot of phases here. Met right there in that A gap. Getting shoved back. Nice tackle there by BC. And run there. That was Neil. Thought about passing it, but she will hold it right near the sticks here. Oh, and they can't hook it up. But it was the woman there with the big long run. Gauthier takes it on. That one looks to come out, but it is picked up by Quebec. Surging forward. Getting ever closer to the line now. Getting real close. And it is try time for Rugby Quebec. They break the stalemate. And after a bunch of phases there, they finally punch it in. And we have our first score in this one. Took until the second half, but finally some points here. And it's a big try there for the team from Quebec. And wouldn't you know it, it is the captain, the U20 Canadian International, Sierra Hasse, punching it in, the captain, putting Rugby Quebec ahead here against a very good BC Bears side. And a huge, huge opening score here. And the extra point attempt will be Zoe Neild, who's been doing the kicking for Quebec today. And I think we got to bring it back to that long, long run by Ocean Gauthier. It was a quick steal, and before you even really noticed what happened, she was halfway down the field. It was a great cover tackle by BC, but unfortunately couldn't hook up the line-out throw. Quebec with the steal, and then, yeah, just some good rugby inside the 22, good ball security. Took a lot of phases, but finally they got there. Here's the kick attempt. Neil to add the extra 2. And that one just on the right side of the post. Not a bad kick there for Neil, but a good attempt there. So it is going to be a 5-0 game here for Rugby Quebec. And now Rugby BC will have to respond here, as it is 5-0 for Quebec here in the second half of the Canadian Rugby Championships here from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. And looking to the right side of the field now, and unable to haul that one in. And so it's going to be scrum time for the Bears.
Double knotted, eh? Yeah.
And I believe it was the last scrum that we had. It was a scrum penalty won by the Bears. They had a really great initial push there. Really put the Quebecers on their heels. And what a time it would be for that now. Putting it in for BC, it's going to be Caitlin Blair, just subbed in at scrum half for Deja Perry. Kit will move that one out for BC. It's King once again who gets it. Another player who's got a lot of positive meters there for BC is King. Nice job there by the recently subbed in Blair to get that one. Nice take there by Kit. She gets to King. King looking to sneak through, but is going to be brought down. Now Kit looks for Dobson. Nice offload by Dobson, gives it to Perkins, the captain of this team by way of Rapid Rugby from Comics BC. Blair looks for help. She will find it. They can't link up on that, but brought down there. And Blair going to look to go left. Now it's a line break by Healy. Can't get the offload, and just looking to force that one there. Yeah, just one where you got to take it to ground and recycle, and Rugby Quebec got it inside their own half, but that line speed from BC has been pretty good today. Can they put the pressure on Quebec? And it will be a knock-on. And we're going to come back for that one. And yeah, bailed out there, and we'll come back to be possession for BC. And if ever a time for them to get one, it is now. And I believe it's going to be some support for that scrum, some fresh legs coming in. It will be number 18, that's Caitlin Pierce, alongside number 24, Hannah Vasey, who I think are going to be coming in at two prop positions. As, yeah, I believe it's Dobson and Perkins coming out, and what a game it was for Alexis Dobson. A lot of strong carries for her. But yeah, what a time to bring in a couple front row subs when you got a scrum inside the opponent's 22 down by a score. And interesting here, as the scrum is on the left side of the posts, but we're going to see BC stack the backs on that same side. Not a ton of space, but what I'm predicting here is we're going to have an 8 pick by BC. It's going to come out. I believe the Josie King. What's probably going to happen is Blair will put it in. We're going to get a pick by Healy, who's now at 8. Probably going to be a quick pass off to Blair, who will then likely have Gwen King on her outside. And looking for the other wing. And doesn't get to Blair, but that's exactly what we're going to see. Some sideways running from King. But she gets there. The fullback, Gwen King, the castaway wanderer, finds the try zone, and it is try time now for the BC Bears as they equalize here. It is 5-5. And a big score there by way of Gwen King, who I think I was getting her first name wrong there for a little bit. Apologies, but nonetheless, King showing her quality there today. And yeah, BC just deciding to put all the backs on that left side really opens up the space for her, and a great ball carrier gets a big score to equalize, and a real tough kick coming up here for BC, but if they can make this one count, they will take the lead. And yeah, about as tough a kick as you're going to get, but a little bit easier. She's a left-footed kicker. Direction was good, but contact was just a little bit off. And we are going to have a water break now. Just as we stop, just want to give another quick shout out to the Atlantic Privateers who are supporting the CRCs this year. And yeah, an exciting 15 minutes ahead as we it's still anyone's game here from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. So the score will be 5-5 if you're just joining us. It was a scoreless opening half. Rugby Quebec was able to strike back. It was a big, long run after steal from Ocean Gauthier, which ended up setting up the try for the U20 Canadian International, Sierra Hasse. And yeah, answering back were the BC Bears, who were able to benefit off a knock-on by Quebec inside their own 22. They decided to stack their back line on the left side of the scrum, where there wasn't a ton of room, but unsurprisingly, they had that pick and pass to Gwen King, who, yeah, just had a little bit too much space, and she made it count, equalizing for the British Columbia Bears.
Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Yeah, last quarter. I have 10 minutes left on my watch.
And BC Rugby, having just tied this one up, are going to get the ball back, and let's see what they can do here. Just about 15 minutes remaining here in Game 1 on Saturday of the 2024 CRCs. Oh, big run up there. That was the number 12, Emily Brett from Fraser Valley Rugby Union. Nice take off the ground there. That was the 24 BC, Bella Anderton Teasdale. Oh, and some space here for BC. Gwen King able to haul in the offload, picks up some more meters. The try scorer brings BC inside of Quebec half. Nothing going there for BC. They take it into contact, look to recycle. Blair will move it out. And taking it up there, Schneider. Oh, another strong run there. Looking for the offload. And a tough one there. It will be a knock-on. We're going to have a couple more substitutions here for the Bears. It's going to be Chloe Bong coming into the back line, and Molly McLennan looks to come in for Adelaide Oldfield. And finally, I can get a good view of the scrum here as it's just in front of our booth. And we know we have a fresh front row here for BC, but a big push there from Quebec. They retain possession, can't link up, but it is off the boot, and Quebec will hold on to it. Looking to get around the outside. Swallowed up there in the tackle was Labrie. Hasse once again, another big run up for her. Yeah, and a knock on the ground, just a little bit of a difficult ball there to haul in. Le Tourneau could not hold on to that one. A couple more subs here for BC. It's going to be Norlin Ayla, and I don't have a number 27 on my list, so yeah. Number 27 coming in to play 8. Hopefully someone can provide that info in the comment section. And we're going to have a scrum here for BC. We can see that it's going to be the number 14, Labrie, being forced to hang out here, really lining up against no one on her right side of the scrum, but wanting to make sure that there's no option there for the quick pick or for Blair to take a quick run. But what that means is might be a chance here for BC to move it out wide and get the overlap. Great play there, though. Great job there by the number 9 for Quebec. That was, it was Goudreau, who jumped right on Blair, did not let her get that ball out, and forces the turnover. Big play there. And one that might make the difference here in this one. And smack down the field there. Gwen King, hot stepper, gets the offload off. BC look to move that one. Oh, big step there, finding some space. Nice cover tackle, but they will keep it in. Oh, big shot there. It is Vasey. Oh, some space down that right side. One to beat. Oh, can't hook up the offload. BC thought they had it there for a sec, but just can't get the last pass to connect.
Captain? No, there's someone else. Come. Hands off.
And we're going to have a conversation here.
Not acceptable.
Oh, and it's going to be a yellow card here going against Gwen King. And a super tough break there if you're Gwen King. She's been having a great game, the try score for BC, but really tough time to take a yellow card. And some reinforcements coming in for Quebec. We're going to have number 19. That's going to be Leah Forte, number 20, Juliet Hay, and number 23, Annabelle McDonald. Coming into this one.
You're good here. You can come back a bit this time.
And so what we're going to see now from BC following the yellow card from their fullback is the two wingers are going to work as a two-person pendulum. So typically we will see three players, the two wingers and the fullback, all trying to work together to guard that back area of the field, but now going to be just two. So quite a bit of extra running here if you're the wingers for BC. And perhaps some more empty space here for the Quebecers to kick into. And coming around the side there is the call. And running up hard on that one is the number 17, Fortin de la Grave. Nice chop tackle there. And running the show now for Quebec, it's Nealt who looks to have moved into that fly half position. Started the game at outside center, but yeah, looks to have shifted inwards. And time running out here. Can either side get the score to win this one? It's been a stalemate thus far. We are going to get the kick now by way of Nealt. And what can BC do here? It's Dixon. Tries to find some help. She gets it by way of Moravian. And that's got to be a steal. Yes, it is. I believe that's Hasse. Yes, it is. Gets her hands right on that ball. And really nice play there. Gets good, strong body position. And yeah, nothing the BCers could do about that. And it's going to be Nealt who looks to touch. Doesn't pick up too many meters, but does the job, gets it out of bounds, and we're going to have a Quebec line out, one that's looked pretty solid so far through this one. We're going to have a throw in by Fortin de la Grave.
All good? Okay. Back on here.
Yeah, and another really solid line out there by Quebec. No trying to complicate it. Just nice, short, simple pass to that front player, and hey, it's getting the job done. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But not nearly as good there afterwards, and I believe that's going to be, yes, it's going to be a knock-on against Quebec. And I'm just going to pop over and take a look here at the time. We're seeing 57:30 or so on our clock. I don't think it's 100% on, but certainly not too far off either. And now the BC Bears with a scrum inside the opposition 40, just outside that 22. And what can they do here? Can they do what they need to do to win this one here against Quebec? A scrum that could decide this game, and Laura Flatter is just going to ask us to reset here. Not liking what she's seeing. And a very good player in her own right, Laura Flatter, who I'm sure has played in practice many times on this field. The former standout for Acadia University in the Nova Scotia Celtics provincial program. And now now taken up the whistle, one of the more senior refs now in Nova Scotia. And tough there for Blair as the ball pops out but doesn't quite have her hands on it. And just getting it out. Some good line speed here from the Quebec defense, trying to hold their lines and cause a turnover here. Time running out. Can either side break the deadlock? As BC looks to storm ahead. Quebec looking to put an end to this attack. Oh, an offload. BC on that far side. They are rolling. The BC Bears looking to win this one. Time running out, inching towards the try line. And yes, they can. Number 4, that will be the lock. Hannah Kennedy scores the try, and not too much time left for Quebec to answer. That could be the one that seals it. A huge try there for Hannah Kennedy to put the British Columbia Bears up by 5 here in the dying moments of this game here in the 2024 Canadian Rugby Championships. And a huge score there for the Bears. And it sounds like we're going to have the kickoff. And then that'll be the last play. And to add the extra 2, I think that's Caitlin Blair. Can't slot that one, but another pretty challenging kick. Yeah, it's now or never for Rugby Quebec. They have to punch it in here. And yeah, if you're BC on this kickoff, all you really got to do, get a nice clean take, make sure your support is there, secure all those rucks, and yeah, just wait until Flyer calls an end to this one. But not a penalty that you want to take if you're BC. It comes off the foot, considered offside. Hasse, quick tap and go. Hasse! Oh my goodness! Just like that! And it is tied, my goodness! The Bears thought they'd won it. But yes, indeed. It is going to be a try for Quebec. Sierra Haas, the captain, with her second try of the game, and the U20 Canadian International. I've said it a few times, but she keeps making plays. And my goodness, gonna salvage something here for Rugby Quebec. My goodness. And just a sloppy penalty there if you're BC. And the kick to come now, and it's going to be a kick from a player in the pack. You love to see it, Alicia Lecomte. And can she slot the extra 2 here? Lecomte with the kick. Oh, great attempt there, and that will bring a close to this one. Final score is 10-10, and as fitting a draw as you are ever going to see. Back and forth play from both sides. An incredible game of rugby. A little bit disappointing that we couldn't get a winner out of that one, but truthfully, neither side deserved to lose that one. Yeah, I just have to say for myself, it's my first day at the CRCs today, and boy, was I impressed. Super, super high standard of play from both teams. Just doing a fantastic job on both sides of the ball. We saw lots of really, really good rugby today. And yeah, neither team able to bring out the win, but yeah, an incredible game for both sides. And very late in that one, we thought that it was Hannah Kennedy. Looked like Hannah Kennedy had won it, and a quick penalty, and it's the captain, Haas, who just smashes that one over, ties it up, and it's going to end a 10-10 game. And that's going to bring a close to game one of the day. We're going to step aside here for a moment, but don't stray too far. We're going to have the men's side of both Quebec and BC just to follow this one. Kickoff's going to be in a little while, just going to be at about 12 noon. And yeah, stick around. We're going to have a couple of interviews here. And yeah, stick aside. We'll have that in a moment's time. I'm here with Rugby Quebec captain Sierra Hasse, the 2-try scorer who led her team to a big draw there against the BC Bears. And question has to be asked: what's going through your head there on that quick tap late in the game?
Going through my head is just the ref at the end zone called the last play, and I was just like, this is end all be all. So even if I knocked it on, whatever, it didn't really matter because that was the last play. So just went for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a big result here for you guys against a very strong BC side. What does it mean for you guys?
It means a lot. I'm really proud of the girls. We've really developed the last week that we've been here. We weren't able to practice too much before this, so to really see the development throughout the 3 games and come with a draw after this game is pretty impressive for us, so I'm really proud of us.
Yeah, and one thing that was really noticeable was you guys at set piece, particularly those lineouts, really nice and clean all game long. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Actually, we've been working on those a bunch, and they're coming to become one of our stronger points in the game. So defensive, attacking, always go for the balls. Yeah.
Absolutely, and you were just recently over in Britain with the Canadian Under-20 program. What did that experience do for your performance here?
I got to play with some really high performance players in a really high performance environment. So coming off of that was just a high for me, and I think I'm able to bring some of what I learned over there here and spread it throughout the game. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations. 2 tries, Sierra Hasse.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Bala Baravian. Thought I had it. A tough end to the game there for you guys, but you are able to get a couple tries on the board. You do get the point out of that one. And just how difficult was that game against that Quebec team?
I think we lost our first 2 games by quite a lot. So we really went to this game this is our game. We need to win. I think just mentally it gets hard to lose. So we really we were locked in. We need this win. And honestly, all the girls did amazing. I think our defense was so good. We barely missed any tackles. Even in attack, it was just small mistakes. I think we could have scored a lot more tries, but just small mistakes were getting us. But overall, it was a really hard game. They were great physical girls, and their backs were super fast. I think it was a great game of both sides, and the whole time, even us and I think them, no one knew who was gonna win. So to get a draw is just such a positive outcome for us, and we're really happy with the results.
And you spoke about the defensive play a little bit there. Just some really, really great line speed consistently from you guys. Just speak to the work that you guys did there.
Yeah, I think we definitely have been working on our tackling a lot, especially in this tournament to develop, because in our training we were mostly focusing on just the whole technical aspect of tackling, but here it's more the mental play of it, of we gotta get up, we gotta really that aggressivity I think made the difference in that game. All of us were getting up and we were all just so eager to get them down that it created a lot of knock-ons from them, and overall we really managed to shut them down, and I think that's the smallest score we've had scoring us.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of really nice offloads for you guys once you were making those line breaks.
Yeah.
How much easier as a ball carrier does it make when you have those support runs?
Oh, it makes such a difference, and especially I think that support line to get to our rucks, we were getting to our rucks so quickly, and the work rate and on the floor and in the rucks I think was so positive because of those support lines. If we weren't getting the offload, we were over that ruck straight away, which is really positive.
I believe you guys are playing Ontario tomorrow, which is going to be a tough task, a really strong side.
Yeah.
What do you think you guys need to do going in towards that one?
I think we honestly just need to slow down whenever we make breaks. We were making so many breaks, and it's just about finishing now and just getting those points on the board. I think it's going to be really important for us, but defensively, I think if we play the same way, we can definitely shut them down, and
hopefully get a win out of it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
There's a tournament on a high note.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much to Paula Buravian.
Yeah,
A little bit
got
closer
it.
that time. Yeah, player of the game for the BC Bears. Thank you, all of you, for tuning in with us, and tune back in at 12 as we have the men's side, the BC Bears and Rugby Quebec at the 2024 CRCs.
Let's go Bears!